even know how to start. So this is how I ended up at the Rhode launch party in London with Justin and Haley. So let's set the mood, let's set the time and date and whatever. It is the 17th of May, and it's the day that Rhode Skin launches in the UK. I was up early to buy the peptide lip treatment in the salted caramel because I have seen it everywhere and I wanted to buy it, and now it was finally here, so I bought it. Anyways, I knew there was a launch party happening that night somewhere. I didn't know where, I didn't know when. I was just like sure it was that day because that was the day they all released the stuff. So when I was in central London with my friend watching as a Biebers, it was at Heaven. There was no service at the venue. So when I walk out and like get service, my phone is like showing me some tweets that I used to have a fan account when I was younger, not gonna lie. And I somehow still get some tweets sometimes from like fan pages, whatever. And this tweet came up on my lock screen saying Rhode launch party and then the location, Children's Firehouse in London. And I'm like, wait, that is like 5 minutes away from where I'm at now. At this point, I've already like said bye to my friend. I'm by myself. I'm debating whether or not I should go because I'm like, this is clearly like an invite-only event. There's gonna be a lot of security. It's like Justin and Haley. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of security. I was like, well, let's just try and go there. Remember, I was wearing like kind of like Avril Lavigne outfit. I'll insert a photo here. This was what I was wearing that night because I was going to this concert. I was not even like thinking about being glam or dressed up or anything. So I go to the place. There's literally no people there. There's like 2 guards standing outside of the building or like the restaurant, hotel, whatever it is. And I'm like, is this correct? And then I look around and I see like crazy Range Rovers, Rolls Royces, like these huge cars, and I'm like, this is the right place. This is the right place. So I go up to the door. I know they won't let me in. I'm just like the only one there, and everyone else was already in, and like I was like, whatever. So I was just like, you know what? Can I use the toilet? And the guy was like, sure. Yeah, it's just in there. Just ask someone when you like get to the glass door, just ask where it is. And I was sure, thank you. And I go in and I'm like, okay, the mission starts here. I need to blend in. I swear it was so bougie, like 100 servers. On the first floor there's like a restaurant and there's like people there. It looks like it's, it's kind of closed off, but I can see it's not the event. It's not the event. So I go and I ask for the toilet because I need to use the toilet. They're like, it's downstairs. I was like, okay. I go downstairs. Downstairs on the toilet, like on the sink, there's these like postcards with like Rhode in the bottom. When you go to like an event, they have like a photo booth or whatever where they have like the brand on the bottom. And then there are like these photos of people, like all the guests. And I go into toilets and I see all these girls come in with like dresses and like nice hair, makeup. And I'm like, oh, hey, wow, are you guys at the event? They're like, yeah, it's really fun. And I'm like, oh, sick, okay. And we start talking, and we all just take the lift up to the party. And I'm just like, I step out of the lift. I swear to God, it's like heaven. It's so glam, okay? There's like a huge road, like skin cream thing, like a big figure, like the gray, I don't know how to explain it, like the face thing. It's like huge, and it's like there, and there's the photo booth. There's like security, not really security, more like, people to make sure people are okay. The guy looks at me as like when I walk in with these girls, and look, I'm like the black sheep. I don't look like I should be there, which I shouldn't really be, but I'm there, and these girls look amazing. I look like I just came from a very intense concert, but still, I was wearing makeup, thank God. and I did wear like kind of street outfits. We walk in and this girl, she is being like escorted out because she's so drunk, and the guys don't really like notice me because of her. So we go in, and the first thing I see is like there's a huge bar, and it's like shaped like a U, like an O shape, and the bartenders are like wearing suits, looking amazing. There's these like small tables in the corners where people are sitting and like chatting, and it's like really dark and gloomy. And I look up, and on like, I don't know what it is. It's not even the chair. It's like, you know, when there's like a house has these like wooden things, like things in the ceiling to like, this is the roof, and then they have these, and then yeah. So in one of those, I see a man like swinging around, and I'm like, wait, that's Justin. And he's happy, he's smiling, he's singing along to the songs. And the great thing is there were like no girls standing around him. It was really like professional. It was just like him and his friends. Because if it was like more a public thing, you know, there would be like girls being like, you know, yeah. And it was nothing like that. It was like watching him in his own like element, and it was just amazing. So I go around, take a little like tour, walk to where they have the DJ stand, and there's these 3 DJs. I think there are 3 brothers, and they're really really good. They play some sick tunes. There's a lot of people dancing. If you walk further into the room, there's like this huge mirror, where in front of the mirror there's some glazed donuts. There's a cake. It's just like pretty, you know, pretty. And behind the DJ stand, there's like this big sign saying "Rhode," and in the back of that room, like the dancing room, there's this big wall with like "Rhode," where people like can take photos, whatever. They have these really cute bowls of like lollipops with rhode on. I ate a bunch of them, but I also took one just for, you know, it's not that crazy. It was just, you know, a little cute rhode lollipop. There were like so many waiters walking around with pizza, saying like, do you want pizza, do you want blah 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 blah. It's free bar, open bar, whatever it's called. I get a gin tonic because I love a good gin tonic, and I meet someone I know, kind of know. She's like an influencer, and I've met her before. She's like big in the glam makeup industry, and I'm just like immediately, hi, oh my god, nice to see you, because I feel like she's a little bit on her own as well. We talk. I see someone else I know, which happens to be an old friend of mine, who is like really big in the music industry. So we used to hang out. We didn't hang out for like 2 years. Then we had like a break of friendship. I don't know what it's called. We didn't talk for 2 years, and then I see him again, and I'm like, oh. Then we catch up. You know, we talk about how I just been to LA, and he used to live in LA, and now he lives in London, and we talk about stuff. I am like really feeling like I'm okay. I'm doing this. I'm mingling. I'm talking to people. I'm doing what a normal guest would do. You know, so I don't think they would like notice anything out of the ordinary about me, even though I was wearing nothing really glamorous. I talked to some of the people around me at the bar. One of them is part of the Rhode PR team, so she's like getting drinks for them, and we talk, and she's like, oh, are you Canadian? Because I sound Canadian apparently. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm really not, I swear. And that's not the first time. I had like 4 people ask me if I was Canadian. I am not. I can be, if you want me to be. But anyways, we go into another room. I meet 2 girls who is waiting in line to be like in the photo booth, you know, the Rhode one. And right when I walk in, I see Haley and Justin talking, and they're like laughing, whatever, kissing, super cute. And Haley goes up to the photo booth, and she takes a photo with the other, like, I think she's the not CEO, but like she's part of the Rhode team. And they're looking gorgeous, amazing, beautiful. I'm so surprised at first. I was like, wait, Haley is so tiny and cute. Like, her and Justin are almost the same height. I don't know if she was wearing heels. I don't know what she was wearing, like, shoe-wise. I was just looking at how stunning her dress was. She looked amazing that night, I swear to God. Justin looked amazing too. He looked healthy and happy, and he was laughing and joking around. There were no like paparazzis inside. There were no like fans inside. There were some girls I could, even though they're like influencers, I could sense that they were like, because sometimes when we were dancing, he was like he would lift up his shirt just because he was hot or whatever, and they would be like, and I would be like, guys, we have to stay calm here. We have to keep up this front of being cool. I leave that room and I go to the dance room because I'm like, you know what, I want to get lit. The DJs are playing great songs. I'm at the DJ stand, like I'm in the front dancing with two other girls. I don't really know if they're acknowledging me, but I'm acknowledging them and we're dancing together. Haley and Justin comes up to the DJ stand and we all like look at each other, smile, whatever. I'm like, this is real. I don't know how this is real. Like, I'm literally next to them and I'm just chill with it. Who am I? Haley's like really sweet. She's like, oh, do you guys want any fries? She has like a lot of food like at her table. She's like, do you guys want any fries? And we're like, yeah. And I take this as my shot at being like, okay, Haley, you look amazing tonight. This is amazing. This event, you've pulled this up. Like, I'm so proud of you. I just really want you to know. And we're like holding hands at this moment. And she's like staring into my eyes. And she's like, it means so much to me. She said, like, I could feel how genuine she was. And she's like, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for saying these things. And then we hugged for like what felt like 10 seconds. It was like, Justin was just there like smiling. I was like he was not next to her at this point because otherwise I would also have been like, and you, sir? I love you. Don't even get me started. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to feel like a fangirl. I didn't want to be like overwhelming. I just really wanted to pay my respects for her because I think it's amazing what she's done, and I think all the hate she receives is absolutely like ridiculous. And I just wanted to tell her, I know what does she care, but still I wanted to like let her know that I was really like seeing her in this and how much she had worked for it, and I was just so proud of her. And it felt amazing. Like, I even touched the wedding ring, guys. I touched the ring. We held hands. I can't believe it. Yes, so the night continues. I don't know if you guys know, there's like a photographer called Terrell Hampton, something. He's like a celebrity, apparently. I don't know, okay? I just see his photos and he's walking around with a camera taking photos. I see some of their friends. I see, for example, there's a guy named Daniel who's like very mysterious. No one gets to follow him. He has like a huge friend group in LA or whatever, but he only has like 50 followers on Instagram because he's like private, and his name's like Sweet Boy Daniel, whatever. And I finally saw him in real life, and I was like, wow, okay, this is sick. Dean Sky was there, of course, Haley's best friend. Yeah, we were all just dancing. I was dancing with Justin and Haley. We were all in the front. They were like, I was like, why aren't these people behind me dancing? People were just so like keeping it classy and whatever. We were like getting down to these beats and like these songs. And I understood the assignment, Justin understood the assignment, and Haley understood the assignment. Justin was really going crazy. We saw each other. We were like, you know what, we should lead this crowd. We were dancing. People were just like, while we were like, yeah, and we looked at each other, we laughed. I was like trying to be cool because, you know, he's married. Hands off, I know. And Haley was there. She was dancing in her like beautiful dress, and they were so cute, and they were kissing, and they were just so happy, and they all looked so happy, and I was having a fun time. Like, I wasn't even that on to what they were doing. I was just really having a fun time by myself, dancing with people, talking. I knew they were there. I knew they were like part of it. Sometimes they were like, you know, walking. Sometimes they walked like for themselves a bit in like a corner or whatever, and sometimes they came up and danced with us, and it was just like celebrating Rhode, listening to bangers. And then at this point they start playing Justin Bieber's song Confident, and everyone is like, oh, and he is like, this is my time. So he stands up on the couch and he's just like, you know, confident, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm filming. We're not allowed to film. We've been told no filming, but I was like, you know what? they can kick me out now. I've had my fun. So I'm filming and I get my phone is so bad, like my camera doesn't work. Like my back camera doesn't work. Like it's glitching, it never works. But I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'll film this. So like, I think I filmed for like 10 seconds and then this lady comes up and she like grabs my phone and she's like, no filming. And I'm just like, sorry, okay, I'll put it away and fine. I just wanted proof because last time I saw all these like celebrities in LA, I didn't take any photos, but my friends were like, are you sure it even happened? I'm like, yeah, it did happen. And this time I was like, I was not gonna let this slide without having one tiny bit of proof. Yes, at this point I think it's like 12. I have work the next day at 7 a.m. so I'm tired. I go towards the door, the hallway, and I see Justin being like, he comes up next to me and he's like, can you grab my jacket? Not to me, he's not telling me that, but his bodyguard or whatever. And I'm like, oh, they're leaving now, perfect. I want to leave before all the drama starts, you know, before everything. But then again, do I not? I kind of want to be there for like the paparazzi. I want to see like what it's like. So I walk out, they walk out. I'm like, I don't want to be in the front. Like, I don't want to be before them. No. So I like just take a step to the side, let them walk past. I'm like 2 steps behind Justin. We walk out. I think people think I'm part of their team because their team is walking out and like no one else from the party is walking out, and I'm part of that little like little row of people walking out. I think we're like 5 people walking out and then the bodyguard. No one is looking at me weirdly. They just assume I'm part of their team, which I'm like, I can be. If you want me to, I will take on the responsibility, okay? So I walk out, swear, 2 seconds later, everything is like white. The cameras are crazy. The paparazzi cameras are crazy. They go off all the time. I hear fans being like, Justin, I love you. Haley, I love you. I'm just like walking behind them and I'm like, because the cameras are so like the so strong, I can't see shit. And I'm on the paparazzi photos and I'm so ugly. I posted it on my Instagram. You can see some stuff from the event there. It's my Instagram is here. You can see Bex EKP. But the photos of me, I'll put them here as well because I'm so ugly. I'm just like and Haley and Justin are looking flawless and I'm just like, they know what to do. They know to look down. I'm looking up and I'm like getting flashed in my face and I'm just like, they walk into the car. I walk along the sidewalk to get home. I'm like, this is not real. Like, I've just partied with them. I've talked to them. We've like acknowledged each other. We've danced together to the same song. I literally had a conversation with Haley. I'm like, I'm so obsessed with that woman. She's done so many great things. She never lets anyone like take her down. She's so cool. And of course Justin was a lifelong dream of mine, just to party with him. Like, he's such a fun guy at parties. And yeah, he was just getting lit and we were all getting lit. I know it's so cringe to say, but we were really getting lit. And the DJs, they saw me and they were like, you know what's up, because I knew all the songs. I was like, you know what, of course I know the songs, like, come on. They played like good Drake, hip-hop, they played some Cardi B, they played, you know, just like sick like hip-hop, R&B. When I walk away from the restaurant thing, their car drives up slowly past me and I'm just like, I'm not even looking because I'm like, you know what, I've had my fun. I don't even need to look into the car because I just hung out with them. And that was crazy, my friends. That was crazy. When I walked out of there with them in the same like little group, I was so afraid that the guy in the front who let me in would notice me and be like, who the fuck, are you still here? But you know what, I take it as a sign that I was supposed to be there. And it was really just like invite only, and people kept asking me like, oh, what agency are you here with? And I'm just like, I'm just here. I just happened to be here. I also met a guy I had hung out with one time and I was like, how the hell are you here? He's like not famous or like an influencer or whatever. He's like, I don't know, how are you here? I'm like, I don't know. And good for us. good for us. I was just done. I was tired. I needed to get home. I don't live in central London, so I had to get to where I live, which is, I'm not gonna tell anyone because now you know I'm a paparazzi gal. I'm in the tabloids. Kidding. Yeah, that was the best night of my life. Not gonna lie. It sounds a little bit depressing, but it was the best night for now. Let's see what happens next. At work the next day, my colleagues, they were freaking out. We saw the paparazzi photos together, and they were like, "What's gonna happen next? Like, you're gonna bump into Ariana Grande? Like, you're gonna hang out with Drake? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't have that many boundaries for myself. I know when things are wrong, and I know when things are like illegal or whatever, but when it's a little I feel like when you're kind of on the fence about like, should I go, should I not, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? It's not like you're gonna do something bad, you're just gonna be there. Like, I bet I was not the only one who did it. Like, as I met my friend, I was like, how did you get here? And like, you know, I should have been invited. I took matter into my own hands and I made myself a guest. I'm so sad I didn't eat any of the pizza because they were just walking around offering it. I was just like, I was not hungry. I didn't want to have anything in my teeth when I was talking to them, you know. I was just like, I'll be perfect here. Thank you, though. I will be crying that I didn't get any pizza, but I will not take it because I want to look the best as I ever could. So yeah, that was one hell of a night. I really think people should just, I don't want to encourage people party crashing or whatever, because sometimes it's, you know, if you, I was just me, and I think I had kind of the benefit of not sounding British, because I think they would kind of clock if I was like, hey, oh my god, I'm kind of good in what, I don't know what that was, but because I apparently sounded Canadian, they were just like, sure. And I was one person, and I was like, I just need to pee, bro, like, come on. And I was not like, it's just Haley here, can I go in, like, you know. But when I walked in, my heart was racing. I was like, this is now or never. I need to figure out how to blend in. I need to know where to go without looking like I don't, like, if I walk into the wrong place, they're gonna be like, who the hell are you, why are you here? And they will probably kick me out. So I was just like, you know what, act like you belong, even though you don't look like it. Act like you're that different girl, the girl who's different, who's not wearing what everyone else is wearing, the one who's like, who doesn't care about the dress code. I had the best night, and I'm just so glad that I took a chance, and I have learned a lot from it. Like, the other times where I've been like sad that I didn't get to meet someone if they were in my city or whatever, I'm like, okay, I have this, I don't really like talking about it because people can sometimes be like, so that's like stalking. And I'm like, no, because I knew where the event was gonna be. I was not like asking everyone, being like, oh, can I go, blah blah blah. And I didn't like do it only for them, you know. I was also like, you know what, this is a great opportunity for me, and I want to be in these crowds, but I am not like part of an agency. I know I can mingle, I know I can talk to people, I know I can make like connections. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just do it. And it ended up being fine, and people were like so nice. And again, I don't want to encourage anything, but like, if you get in, good for you, good for you. Yeah, that was pretty much it. And a lot of you have been asking to hear my story, and this is my story. Have a nice day.